The Bank of Canada, once again, holding the key interest rate steady at 5%. The rate hasn't gone up since last July. Prior to that, the bank raised the rate 10 times to slow down inflation. The inflation rate is now down to 3.4%. Forecasters still expect economic weakness will allow the central bank to start cutting rates at some point this year. It's just a question of when and by how much. Joining me now to discuss the impact of this on the housing market, I'm joined by Karine Yolevski, COO of Royal LePage Real Estate Services Limited. Good morning. Thanks so much for being with us. So the decision to hold the rate steady pretty much in line with expectations. So how do you think this impacts the housing market moving forward, particularly those who are looking to buy?
The key word that comes out of this decision is confidence. For 4 times now, the Bank of Canada has held the rate, and that is increasing consumer confidence with every rate hold. So what we're seeing now, as the bank is signaling that likely these hikes are done, and now they're looking more towards the timing of when rates will start to go down, buyers are more confident. Sellers are also more confident that they're going to get the prices that they want for their homes, and people are coming off the sidelines. So for the housing market, that means we're going to see an increase in activity. And even in this month, in January, typically a very slow month in real estate, we're already seeing signs of people coming off the sidelines, entering the market, and we're seeing more activity than we typically would at this time of year.
Interesting. When do you think then things will really start to pick up with the market, the housing market?
Well, we anticipate that the spring market will be a busy one, not as busy as what we saw during the peak of the pandemic, and that's a good thing. More of a normal market this year is what we are anticipating. People will not wait for interest rates to go down to enter the market. They are, though, waiting to see that prices have stabilized. And again, we already are seeing that. So the spring market will bring them out. And then if rates do go down in the second half of the year, that will bring more buyers to the table, some more competition, and start to put some upwards pressure on pricing once again.
Upwards pressure on pricing. Okay. And for Canadians who were hoping that they would see a cut maybe this spring, help out their mortgage if they have to, if that's coming up for renewal, what do you say to those folks right now?
Well, it's possible. We at Royal LePage are anticipating that rates may start going down in the second half of the year. And there's some conflicting commentary from economists about exactly when the rates will start to drop. So it will happen. It's just a matter of when and how much. The best bet for consumers looking for some relief and some certainty right now around rates, speak to your financial institution, see what's available upon renewal, shop the mortgage, and work with a professional who can help you get the best rate at this time.
And just anecdotally, a friend told me yesterday he's in a bidding war for a place. And we thought bidding wars were a thing of the past, or at least the recent past. What are you hearing about people who are looking to buy right now and sell for that matter?
What we're hearing about is thin inventory. So there is not a lot on the market currently. So those that are in the market, well positioned, qualified for the mortgage and ready to buy, they are finding that there's not a lot out there to buy currently. And that's been our story for years now. It hasn't really changed. We saw towards the end of last year a bit of a spike in inventory. That settled down a bit. If you look this month at the availability in the GTA as an example, there's not as much as there was towards the end of last year. So in areas that are very desirable, for homes that are well priced, that show nicely, we are seeing competition for those homes. Bidding wars are going to continue to be a part of the real estate market, especially in our bigger urban centers in Canada, simply because we don't have enough supply to meet the demands of those markets.
Karine, thanks so much for speaking with us today. Karine Yolevski is the COO of Royal LePage Real Estate Services Limited.